Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be playing some DANMACHI Memoria Freeze. This is a game based on a DanMachi anime, otherwise known as Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? And if you had asked me if I knew about this game a week ago, I'd have probably wondered what you were talking about. The only reason I found out about this game was because a few people inside of my community Twitch server were talking about it. So I decided to give it a try just to see what they were on about, and I've been hooked ever since. The game follows the same story as the anime, and at its core the game is an RPG that focuses on character progression and turn-based combat. I think one of the main reasons I'm so hooked on this game is because the character building systems are deep, and seeing the results of your party setup in combat is satisfying. The game flow is pretty simple. You pick a quest to do, you organize your party, and then you head into battle. If you make it through successfully, you'll get any items that dropped during the quest and any of the first time completion bonuses. Getting your party ready for quests is pretty straightforward as well. You can have up to 4 main members and 2 sub members in a party. The adventurer characters will be the frontline fighters, and they'll be the ones that take an active role during combat. Each of the adventurers can be paired with an assist character that will boost their stats and add a passive skill to them. These skills can be beneficial effects to your party or debuffs to the enemy once a battle starts. As these characters participate in combat, they will gain levels that will increase their health and MP. But to increase their stats and to learn skills, you'll need to use the status board. Each node on the board represents a different stat or skill, and you'll need certain amounts of the corresponding fauna to unlock a node. You can obtain fauna as drops from enemies or as quest rewards, and you'll need a lot of them if you want to make your team as powerful as possible. Once a character hits the level cap for their particular rank, they'll be able to rank up and access higher tiers of the status board. There are also multiple versions of certain characters that have different abilities and offer a different playstyle. And from what I've seen so far, the base rarity of a character will give you an idea of how powerful they can become. But the main thing to pay attention to will be the skills they can use and how those skills can complement each of the other characters you have in the party. New characters are mainly obtained through the gacha system in the game. Unless there's a special event going on, the characters you'll get are all down to luck. When I first started the game, I had some bad luck with the rolls. The game kept giving me nothing but healers. I had to use the free characters that you get during the storyline just so I could get a bit of extra damage in my party. As much as I really wanted more damage dealers in the party, the healers work. They're fine. They carried me through all the quests so far, and there are a lot of quests you can do in this game. The main quests follow the DanMachi storyline, and from what I've seen, most story scenes are fully voiced and are presented very well. When picking a quest, you can see your completion rewards. These can be things like money, fauna for upgrading your characters, EXP boost books, stamina items, new characters, and even Iris, which is the premium currency in this game. Once all the quests within a chapter are completed, new difficulty levels will unlock and new rewards will be available. Along with the main quest, there are quests you can do to focus on specific things that you need. You can do fauna quests if you need specific fauna for upgrading, Exilia quests if you need party EXP, and Valis quests if you're in need of some more money. Events will also take place from time to time with their own set of quests and rewards that can be earned. Entering quests consumes stamina. Early in the game it's nothing to worry about, but as you get further into the game, the cost for each mission will get higher. Thankfully, the game is very generous with the ways you can replenish your stamina. When you rank up, it will increase the maximum amount of stamina you can recover automatically. On top of that, you can eat food that's earned by completing quests and missions. And if you're all out of other options and you desperately need to do a few more quests, then you can use Iris to refill your stamina. But you're probably better off not spending that. Save that for your gachas. Before you get started on a mission, you'll need to arrange your party. If you're missing a type of character that would help make your party better, then you can recruit a support character from other players and use them during the quest. During quests, you'll need to fight your way through waves of enemies in turn-based combat. You can move freely and control the movement between battles, but honestly you're better off using the auto run mode to get to the next fight quickly. Once you get into a battle, your assist characters will use their buffs and debuffs, and then it will be time for you to attack. You can manually select the skills for the 4 characters in battle, and you'll be able to select your targets and check your enemy's strengths and weaknesses to see if any of your attacks are effective against them. And during battle the special arts gauge will charge, and once it's full you'll be able to use a character's special art. Depending on the character, these arts can assist the party or deal large amounts of damage to the enemy. Usually there'll be 3 waves of enemies to fight through, but for some of these quests you'll have to fight bosses. Some of these bosses can be fairly easy to get through, but there will be some that take a decent party to take down. And if you feel like you want to speed things up, you can increase the speeds of your battle, or you can turn on auto mode so the AI controls your party and fights for you. Watching your party take down enemies on their own after you spent time setting them up is satisfying. but the AI doesn't always use the best skills at the right time, so it's a good idea to turn off auto mode for some of the tougher fights. Once the quest is over, you'll receive your drops, and if you complete the additional mission objectives, you'll receive a higher rank and earn yourself some iris that can be used in the gacha. And if you want to take a break from all of the main quests, there are a few side activities that you can do, like interacting with the various characters in the game and unlocking their side quests and stories. And you can also head down to the arena and fight in the Monsterphilia Coliseum. And we will have some PvP events, so I guess right now is a good time to get your teams ready. There's a surprising amount of things to do in this game, and I didn't expect that it would become one of my favorite things to play right now. The stamina costs do get a bit on the expensive side later on, but when there's so many ways to replenish that stamina, can't really complain too much. One warning about this game though, it's very large. If you plan on playing this game, expect to have roughly around 3 to 4 gigabytes worth of space free on your phone or your tablet. The game is pretty high quality for what it is, so I guess that has its drawbacks when it comes to file size. So far my first impressions of this game are very good, and I've found it really hard to stop playing it over the weekend. It is a free to play game, and I haven't spent any money on the game since it is pretty generous with the premium currency, stamina items and tickets to roll for new characters. So currently I don't really feel like I need to spend any money at all. If you usually play these kinds of games for free, then you should be fine as long as you plan ahead and be patient with things. But I probably will end up spending a little bit of money to buy the monthly bonus stamina. From what I've seen so far, it's not necessary, but when I find a free game that I enjoy, I don't mind spending a little bit of money to help support it. As you know, I've just started testing out mobile games since I got myself a new phone. So far I've tried a few games, some of them were horrible, and some of them I was surprisingly impressed by. This is one of the games that impressed me simply because it would be a fun game to play regardless of whether it was on a phone or not. And that's all I have to say about DANMACHI Memoria Freesze. If you enjoyed this video, then leave it a like. And if you want to see more videos, then subscribe and click that bell. If you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, then be sure to follow me on Twitter. And if you want to watch my live streams, then follow me over on Twitch. The links to all of those are in the description. I'll be making some new videos very soon, but until I make those videos, I'll see you all later.